In this video today, we would like to show you the proper way of clipping, banding, grooming, and getting your horse ready to sell as far as in an advertisement or on a video. This is an aged quarter horse mare that we have pulled out of the stall, and as you can see, she is in the rough, as like we like to say. She has not been clipped, which the clipping will involve the ears, the bridle path, the muzzle, the under the chin, and then also on the fetlocks. Then after we are done clipping her, we will go ahead and shorten her mane and band it. And we will take you through this process step by step. Now this mare, it is February, so we don't have a short summer hair coat like we would ideally like to see when we do market these horses. But we will take you step by step through the process. And in addition, this tape has nothing to do with the horse's conformation or the quality of movement. This is just getting your horse ready to sell. So here we're showing you the rough horse, as we put it earlier, on a lunge line, such as if you would show a prospect or if it was under saddle. We want to show you what in the rough it looks like when the horse is doing some kind of movement. And so now we're going to go ahead and pick up the jog. And as you can see, her mane is very distracting. It also is at an inappropriate length. And if you notice her halter, it is too big for her head, and it makes her head look bigger than it actually is. And also, if you look at the color scheme we have going on, we're going from maroon to red to a bright blue shirt, and it's all very distracting because our main focus is the horse. And as we start to lope, you can see the movement of the mane to be extremely distracting. And then if you look around in the background, you see a tractor in the background, and you really want to avoid background distractions such as tractors, people, dogs, any kind of implements. It's really distracting, and sometimes you can't see their legs as clear and as well as if you had just a plain background as far as a wall or a fence. Now we're going to show you how to properly clip up your horse. First, you want to start with the muzzle, but actually start a little bit under here to get them used to the clippers. Go in nice slow motions and don't rush it, because you sure don't want your horse to get shy about the clippers. Right now, because she does have longer hair from the winter, we're just getting the longer hairs on her nose. And make sure you keep your clippers properly oiled, because sometimes when you're clipping them and not realizing it, if you don't oil your clippers, what happens, the clippers actually start pulling the hairs rather than cutting them, and therefore your horse can get a little clipper shy about that too. And as I go on the other side, Kathy and I will switch places. Same thing. Always have one hand somewhere on the horse's face, whether it's over the nose or holding the halter, so that way you have control. If something would happen, you still have control of your horse with your clippers in the other hand. And just, you know, pay attention to your horse and what they're doing and how they're reacting to your clippers. Sometimes on first time you ever take the clippers, you know, don't clip them the first time. Don't go out there on a young horse, take the clippers to their face and say, here, I'm going to clip you up because you're going to have a big fight. You know, get them used to the noise and the movement of the blades. And you know what, sometimes the best thing to do is just take the clippers, put the back of your hand and just hold your clippers right here and your other hand securing the halter in case something does happen, and call it day one. Now we're going to get a little bit underneath the horse's chin, which I know at the angle we're at you probably cannot see this, It's just getting the longer hairs so we don't look like a billy goat. And sometimes when you're doing this, you'd like a little bit of a bigger halter on your horse because it gives you more room to maneuver the halter side to side so you can get everything you need to get. Also, when you're clipping a horse, good lighting is a must because you'll realize if you clip a horse in poor lit barn or poor lit area, you'll go back out in the sun or in a bright light and you'll realize that you missed half the hairs. Next thing